Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So here, somehow integrate this. So press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, hopefully by now you would recognize that we should use integration by parts. But the thing is, when we use integration by parts, this thing here is just going to go round and round and round in circles, and this thing here is just going to go round and round and round in circles. So here we've got a scenario where we've got capital I equals something something, and then with maybe minus capital I over here, and then somehow you would rearrange this to make capital I, you would make this capital I the subject. We've done this many times in the past, so if you don't understand what I'm talking about here, then maybe you had to track back to one of the earlier videos. So to integrate this, let's use integration by parts. So use integration by parts. So let's u equals this thing here, and let's v prime equals this thing here. So if u equals this thing here, then differentiate it. U prime will equal this. If v prime equals this, then capital V, normal V, would be u integrating this to give you this thing here. So now blindly follow this. It's saying gets u times v. It's saying gets u times v. So that will be a third sine 5x sine 3x, and then you've got a minus here, minus the integral of u prime times v. It's saying gets u prime times v. So put that into here, and then you've got your dx here. Then this whole thing here will then become this. Remember, we are saying let's capital I equals what we're trying to work out. We are saying this whole thing, let this whole thing here be capital I. It just tidies itself. It just tidies up the whole thing. So capital I equals this whole thing here. Okay. So now apply integration by parts again on this bit here. Okay. So let's apply integration by parts again. So let u equals this thing here. So let u equals this thing here. Then u prime will equal this. If v prime equals this, then integrate it. It will then give you this. Normal v would equal this. So now blindly follow this thing here. Blindly follow this thing here. So we've got this whole. So blindly follow this whole thing here. It will then take you to here. It will then take you to here. It will then take you to here. Because hang on. So we were currently here at the moment. I'm asking you to apply integration by parts again on this bit here only. So this whole thing. So this thing here is this bit here. And then this thing here is this thing here, and basically us applying the integration by parts on this whole thing here, or this whole thing here is this bit here. Okay, so we are now at this stage here. So tidy this up, it will then give us this. Tidy up, it will then give us this. So now remember, so we are currently here at the moment. So remember we said earlier, this was the thing that we were trying to integrate. So we said let this thing here be capital I because it tidies everything up. So if you look at this thing here is exactly the same as this thing here. So we can say that this whole thing here is capital I. Okay, so notice that you've got capital I here, and you've got exactly the same and exactly the same here. So that will then give us this thing here. Okay, and then let me think. So you've got this thing here and this thing here. Take away this thing from both sides. That will then blah blah blah. It will then take you to here. So it's basically you trying to get capital I on its own. So from here, blah blah. Overall, the answer would be this. Okay.